Alright, welcome to Tarkov, where the market can be as brutal as the firefights. The flea market here. You can technically buy and sell anything you need if you've got the rubles. Prices on basic stuff are wild. Ammo can sometimes cost more than your entire loadout. Imagine needing tens of thousands of rubles just to survive one raid. It's like capitalism on hyperdrive, where surviving the economy is nearly as tough as surviving the game itself. Inflation's gotten out of hand. So let's break it down. Inflation in Tarkov has spiraled out of control. Just keeping up with the essentials, ammo, medkits, and food feels impossible without running raids back to back. Lately, prices on premium ammo are up almost 80%, and those medkits you need to survive. Yeah, they're not getting any cheaper either. It's honestly a bit like real life, where costs for gas, rent, and groceries keep climbing. So now, it's not only about staying alive, you've got to stay financially afloat too.
It's sold! It's sold!
Oh,
Let's go, dude! Let's go!
That's huge. That's huge.
196 wires was bought by Kova Lev 39. Let's check his level.
Supply and demand in Tarkov can get pretty insane. Some items like special ammo and certain barter items become rare enough to send prices through the roof. For example, high-tier ammo can go from 1,000 rubles to over 10,000 rubles practically overnight. Why? Because everyone needs powerful rounds, and if they're in short supply, well, good luck. And let's talk about GPUs for a second. They're essential for crafting and trading, so players rush to buy them almost like it's the holiday season, and GPUs are the last PS5 on the shelf. The price spikes are insane, but people still fork over those rubles. It's just wild how fast everyday items become highly sought after.
130,000, dude? Like, just and people are buying it. I think it's just, the market is just so inflated that, like, look at this, 180,000 for this?
Now Tarkov has this barter system where certain items almost act like currency. Fuel, food, meds, you name it. Sometimes it's almost funny, like when someone trades a stack of ammo for a gallon of fuel. It's a little over the top, but it just shows how the game exaggerates survival needs. At one point you might find yourself trading a valuable GPU for bandages just to stay alive, and that exchange isn't far from trying to swap items for basic needs in real life. Hoarding is huge here too. Players stash away ammo, medical kits, and weapon parts, which makes these things even harder to find. It's like real-life hoarders who keep piles of newspapers and random knickknacks. Imagine trying to start fresh in a world where everyone's treating every item like it's a collector's edition. Then we've got bots and exploiters swooping in, artificially inflating prices and hoarding the good stuff. It's like scalpers buying concert tickets and reselling them at triple the price. These bots are insanely fast, grabbing every valuable item before a real player can even click buy. You refresh the market and suddenly it's empty. It's a tough game to play when you're up against bots operating like a scalper army. Starting out in Tarkov? Good luck. Prices on the basics like backpacks and armor feel as high as a month's rent. New players often end up grinding scav runs just to make enough for bare minimum gear, like doing 3 jobs just to stay afloat. It's almost funny how quickly these fresh recruits become market pros, figuring out what's worth selling just to make it through. Now let's get into the big question. Can Tarkov's market ever be fixed? The community has a lot of ideas, from adding spawn rates on critical items to tweaking the trading system. Some players even propose taxes on items like ammo taxes, or health reform on medkits. Imagine having to budget around raid essentials because of an ammo tax. It could add an extra layer of humor to the game, but it might actually help with balancing out the economy a bit. Of course, some players love the chaos. They think the unpredictable market makes the game unique and prefer the challenge of scrambling for resources. Changing it would mean finding a sweet spot that keeps the fun without pushing new players away. Funny enough, Tarkov's economy is almost like a simulation of real-world scarcity and inflation. You learn that when items are rare, prices jump, a reality we all know too well. It's a pretty hilarious reminder that we sometimes face similarly absurd situations outside of games, like watching grocery prices go up and feeling like you're in a raid yourself. So, what's your story with Tarkov's market? Ever get so broke after a raid that you had to scavenge everything? Or maybe you're the scav run pro grinding it out like a part-time job. Share your funniest fails or biggest wins in the comments below. Let's get a good laugh out of this madness.